Okay, we just left a house about half a mile from here. We showed you that collapsed wall and a narrow escape, someone who survived narrowly. This is a more grim, a more desperate scene. There are dozens of emergency responders, firefighters, police officers here. One just said, let's get a bigger bar. I'm going to explain why. I just talked to a woman. This is her home. Her home is flattened. Right now she's saying prayers. She doesn't want to talk on camera. Understandable. She's frightened. Her brother is trapped inside. We're told that he's in communication with these first responders. They can talk to him verbally. They've had some communication. They're trying to get through to him. At some point a few moments ago, there was a gas leak. They have since turned the gas off at this house. Of course, that was an emergency they had to get to quickly. But you can just see the damage. These bricks litter what used to be a living room. The ceiling has collapsed in on itself. There's not a lot of movement or places to move. If this was your first floor, where would you go? We're told that he has taken shelter inside of a pantry. You're hearing the smashing sound of glass there. They're breaking in with crowbars into what looks like the cellar windows here. There are some bars that bar that scene there. But we're waiting here, and there is some hope from the family members and the friends who've gathered outside here as they've been gathering and talking to each other and saying some prayers. There is some hope they can pull him to safety. Police officers have been, I'm going to show you the back of the house here, pardon me. They're trying to gain access through a small entry, it looks like. And again, some family are really hoping they can get inside here. While they do this work, if I can, Andy Broadway, our photojournalist, is just going to turn around and show you this other collapsed building, which looks like the old Omni Barber and Beauty Salon on Newstead and St. Louis Avenue. This is a disaster scene. This used to be a small business. It is now destroyed. Behind it a little bit farther, we're going to pivot again in just a moment and show you the other scene of nature's damage here. A large tree has fallen and brought this building down. You can see, can you see that area right there just to your left, Andy? I want to show the folks at home what we're looking at here. This is just one of many scenes like it. As I look down the alley to my right, there's an entire building, some siding sort of torn off. Across the street, there are roofs missing. This is a disaster area. It's going to take a long time to clean this up, but of course the thing that is front of mind for everybody at this scene right now is the safety of the man inside. I'm told he's a brother, 45 years old, and again, we're hoping that they can pull him to safety, but right now police and firefighters are just asking folks to clear the scene and give them a chance to work. I'm going to toss it. It sounds like we're going to toss it back to you guys in the studio, but for now we're live in North City. Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
Hey, Mark, I know you're in North St. Louis, but what can you tell me about your exact location where multiple buildings have been affected there?
Yeah, Kay, we're at Newstead and St. Louis Avenue. Newstead and St. Louis Avenue, this is the city's 12th ward. I believe that's St. Louis Avenue, but we're just off of that intersection here. Some of the roads have been a bit impassable. Just when we pulled over to show you some of the scenes in this area, there was a downed power line, several of them that were in front of a big street, and several cars were trying to make their way through, had to stop and turn around. But now you see a couple of these different fire trucks. There have even been some volunteers, I believe these are family and friends, who have gone home to put on work gloves and work boots to try and come through what is a lot of rusty nails and dangerous terrain here to try to assist, whether that's just lifting bricks or moving things out of the way, giving a little extra elbow grease, a little extra muscle to bring people to safety here. This is certainly a team effort, and it looks like even now they're just trying to gain access into the basement here.
Right, and Mark, this really shows how slowly really things work after a storm. I mean, this storm passed maybe an hour ago, but we're just starting to get reports of patients arriving at St. Louis Children's Hospital, this man now trapped in this building. So we're starting to get much more of a sense of exactly how devastating this storm was.